Alright, hi there YouTube, it's me Morphsuit America, and in this video I'll be talking about the events that's kicking in over here in the Japanese PSO2. It is a boost week. It is gonna last for a good 2 weeks from July 1st to July 15th. This is in Japanese time, mind you, but I already talked about this in a video prior to this one, upper right hand corner or in the description, but I'm just going to showcase this regardless, and they might add a bit more stuff in between like the 7th to the 15th. I'll make a separate video if it does. So they have this support item scratch over here. This is with star gems. Instead of costing 80 star gems, it costs 100. The reason being is because of all these technical things over here. These are pop items and they can give you either grade 6 ability or they can give you a mark ability. I will make a separate video that goes into details about mark abilities and divine abilities. But these things, they are guaranteed because they're a pop item. I'll show you guys how you can briefly use them in-game, or how to go about it in-game. But not only that, they got a frequency bonus, so if you pull an X amount of time, you get these bonuses as well. But if you decide to pull on this, be careful, because from what I've heard, there is going to be a new cosmetic star gem scratch after that one. So depending on how much star gems you have and how you go about collecting star gems, and if you really want to pull on stuff, on in-game stuff, or if you want to go for the fashion stuff, that's up to you. So let me go over here and let me show you guys how you use this pop item. Let's say I want to fix my 7-slot unit and I decide to use this, and then I do this. I can just select this thing and you can see that I can transfer it or have this as one of my endgame abilities. Be careful though, because once you put a mark onto a unit, it is forever stuck on that unit unless you have a mark receptor. I did not want to edit this small video, but I do need to put in the fact that you can transfer the mark from a unit if you do the ability transfer, but this is only an option if you have it finalized. So if you put a mark onto something that's godlike with other godlike goddamn abilities, then do an ability transfer instead of using a mark receptor. Depends on the situation. But be careful when you use that pop item. There, I already talked about receptors upper right hand corner or in the description. And note that you cannot buy this item. It cannot be bought. You can only get this through the star gems. So another thing that's kicking in right now, I already talked about the fact that it's a boost week, which either gives you a 5%, 10%, 15% passive boost to your fix, but it also gives you either plus 25% or plus 50 new type grind boost. But these 2 weeks is only a 5% and a plus 25 chance of getting a great success when you new type grind. However, they're doing something new when it comes to this event, and it's called Zero Grind Campaign. You might be wondering, okay, what does that mean? I'll show you. In that background music. So, if I wanted to grind this 14 star, for example, and I select a bunch of items, usually the price of this would go up, or, you know, there'll be something in here, but as you can see, there's nothing. Nothing. It's at 0. I wouldn't say it's free. It is free in terms of you not using Meseta. However, when it comes to the materials you need to do whatever you need to do, it is not free. So if you were grinding, for example, 14 star, 15 star, 13 star, you will need Lambda Grinders still. But the plus side is that you don't need to spend any sort of Meseta whatsoever. And this isn't just for grinding. This is for adding abilities. This is for special ability transfer. This is for S-class ability transfer. This is for grinding rings as well. This is for changing weapons or changing the potential, changing the grind order, grind O-type attributes. If you want details, it will be in the description. It's going to take you to Bump, and that's going to have all the stuff that you need, or it's going to tell you which functions that are free in terms of Meseta. Also, I'm going to point this out because even though it's like more towards this side, it's also towards this chick too, because if you have not toyed around with your candies and you haven't compressed it yet, this is going to be free in terms of Meseta. It might eat up a decent amount of grinders, and if you're wondering how to get Lambda Grinders, up right corner or in the description. But yeah, it's you're not spending a lot of Meseta in doing these things, so if you haven't toyed around with a lot of stuff, or you got a bunch of junk items and you want to try to get it into something better, or let's say you're trying to upslot a certain SAF weapon into an 8 slot, this would be a good time to do that because you're not going to spend a lot of Meseta doing it. Now, you do need the materials to do these actions, but that shouldn't be a problem. And that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, put it down below. Quick video. Once again, I was going to release a video talking about me streaming, but I got stuff to do, and my internet was acting a bit wonky. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Oh, wait, no, hold up. Peace. And yes, I know I was dressed up as A2.